The best jokes of Reddit October 20, 2019.
What do you get if you divide a pumpkin's circumference by its diameter? Pumpkin pie. My wife to our son, go brush your teeth with your sister. Me from the other room, no, use a toothbrush. If you build a man a fire he will be warm for a couple hours. If you set a man on fire he will be warm for the rest of his life. Couldn't find my seat at the Elton John concert. I'm still standing. Why did the picture go to jail? It was framed. Why didn't the skeleton go to the dance? Because he had no body to go with. I had a terrible dream of a dystopian future where robots controlled every aspect of our lives. Luckily, I was awakened by my Tesla. How many therapists does it take to change a light bulb? 1, but it's expensive and the bulb has to want to change. I wanted to subscribe to R-Tennis. But I couldn't handle the constant back and forth. Ireland is the fastest growing country. Their population is Dublin every day. A man goes on a business trip. Eager to keep his wife out of trouble while he was away on a long business trip, a businessman went to a store that sold sex toys and started looking around. After browsing through the dildos for something special, he decided to ask the old guy behind the counter. The old man said, "We have vibrating dildo, special attachments, and so on, but I don't know of anything that will keep her occupied for weeks, except," and he stoked, "Except what?" The man asked, "Nothing, nothing, come on, tell me. I need something." "Well, sir, I don't usually mention this, but there is the voodoo dick." The old man reached under the counter, pulled out an old wooden box carved with strange symbols, and opened it. There lay a very ordinary-looking dildo. The business man laughed, and commented that it looked like every other dildo in this shop, "But you haven't seen what it'll do," said the proprietor. H pointed to a door and said, "Voodoo dick, the door." The voodoo dick rose out of its box, darted over to the door, and started screwing the keyhole. The whole door shook, and started split down the middle, at which point the old man commanded, "Voodoo dick, back to your box." The voodoo dick stoked, floated back to the box and lay there, quiescent once more. "I'll take it," said the businessman. The old man said it was not for sale, but finally surrendered for $700 in cash. Pleased as punch, the businessman gave his wife the gift, explained that all she had to do was say, "Voodoo dick, my pussy," if she got lonely, and set off on his business trip. After a few days, the wife got unbearably horny. Feeling a little foolish, she opened the box and said tentatively, "Voodoo dick, my pussy." The voodoo dick shot out of the box, made a beeline for her crotch, and started pumping away. It was fabulous, like nothing she'd ever experienced before, and she lay back and enjoyed the rush of pleasure. After 3 orgasms, she decided she had enough and reached to pull out the dildo. It wouldn't budge. Nothing worked. The voodoo dick was stuck, thrusting away. Her husband forgot to tell her how to turn it off. Desperate, she pulled on a skirt, got in the car, and headed for the hospital, nearly fainting with excitement and exhaustion. On the way, another orgasm nearly made her swerve of the road, and to her horror a squad car pulled her over. First the policeman asked for her license. Then, observing her disheveled state, he asked how much she'd had to drink. Twitching and sweating, she gasped, "I haven't been drinking, officer. A voodoo dildo is stuck in my pussy, and it won't stop screwing." "Sure, lady," said the officer after another long look at her. "Voodoo dick, my ass. It wasn't fun when I broke my neck in an accident a few months ago. But now I can look back and laugh. Weirdest thing. I just saw a guy standing on one leg at an ATM. I asked him what he was doing, and he said, "Just checking my balance." All over the world, people often lose their car keys. Except in Boston, they lose their khakis. What is the difference between a cult and a religion? In a cult the main person knows it's all bullshit. In religion that person is dead. How much does a socially awkward penguin weigh? Not enough to break the ice. It's easy to deter ladies from eating Tide Pods. But it's more difficult to deter gents. Why was the broom late for work? He overswept. The Beach Boys walk into a bar. Bartender, round, BB, round, bartender, get a round BB, I'll get a round. My buddy asked me, if you could kill anyone in history, who would it be? I said I probably wouldn't kill anyone in history, but Pete in math is fucking annoying sometimes. I once challenged an amputee to a sword fight. But he came unarmed, skeptical smiley face. Who designed King Arthur's Round Table? Circumference. Never get stuck behind the devil in a line at the DMV. For the devil can take many forms. What's easier to pick up the heavier it gets? Women. I failed a health and safety course yesterday. One of the questions was, in the event of a fire, what steps would you take? Large ones was apparently the wrong answer. I have so many jokes about unemployed people. But sadly none of them work. I keep asking what LGBTQ stands for. But I never get a straight answer. When a woman wears a bikini, she has 90% of her body exposed. Men, being the gentlemen that we are, only look at the other 10%. Hopefully not a repost. Thanks for watching, listening. Don't forget to subscribe.